Alright, I'm going to review my 22 Fugleman today. So if you don't know much about these, they're sold as a Segway Fugleman. It's a 1000cc twin, parallel twin, 105 horsepower, 27-inch tires, four-wheel drive, of course, diff lock. The X, you get a fancy screen with GPS, gives you like performance stats, how you've accelerated, things like that. Digital dash, I'll show you all that lit up in a few minutes. There was a recall on these, so I haven't got to drive it for about 2 months. They replaced all these heat shields. Basically there was one little heat shield and they replaced with that wrapper on the pipe. Those 3 shields are new. That one I believe is new, and then right there is new. So pretty significant heat shield upgrades. It's pretty hot in the cab still. The problem they had was the exhaust manifold gets really hot in these, and one had started on fire. The plastic was dripping from there right onto the exhaust manifold, started the machine on fire. A couple other ones I've seen where it's melted and dripping. They caught it in time. This is the fix. They were waiting on it to be approved by the CPSCA or whatever it's called, Consumer Product Safety, whatever. And apparently this is approved and it's good to go. So I picked it up at the dealer this morning and rode it back to our land. About 15 miles was all. Just kind of kept it at about 30-40 miles an hour, or 25 where it's 25. It rode nice, but boy is it hot in the cab. It's about 80 degrees out temperature and it was hot inside. So we'll have to figure something out there. A vented windshield, or put some vents in that windshield. Maybe some duct work to blow air on the engine. I'm not sure. Mine came with the windshield. Of course, that was extra. I put a rear window on it from Super ATV. I put a Bluetooth speaker up there. MB Court speaker. Put a seat cover on so the dog doesn't wreck the seats. They come with a winch standard on the X. I'm not sure if on the E. The E just has non-beadlock rims, so yeah, this has beadlock wheels. The E has non-beadlock wheels and no GPS screen. Still has a digital dash though. It's 105 horse. This thing rips pretty good. It's fast, or quick, I should say. It's very quick. It really lifts the front end up and squats and goes. It does have a speed limiter on it. I don't know if that goes away. Everybody has different answers to that. The dealers really didn't have answers, and the ones that did had different answers from the next dealer. What I know from a little bird is that 65 miles an hour, there's a speed limiter. So I don't know if that's like that for every one of them, but that's what it's like for this one. It sounds really good. I've had a 100 horse twin machine before, and this thing would whoop that thing easily. So I'll show you a little bit of the dash here. Of course, it's got tilt steering, power steering. Starts up like that. The screen on the GPS probably isn't. They just updated the software, and of course it's not going to work. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, that's not a good sign there, the fire. So that's what the problem was, is they're having them get hot, and they chose fire for the startup screen. So we've got power steering modes. The lights are on, hours, your trip meter, fuel tank that you fuel mileage that you can get out of the tank, which it only goes up to 99. It doesn't go any higher, but I'm not sure quite how many miles you can get out of the tank. I forgot how big the tank is. Your tack, speedometer, of course, in the center, fuel gauge, temp gauge, that little light that shows you gas, that's just showing you that's the gas. Those are your warning lights. 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, and the parking brake is on. There's the GPS. That's correct right now. It shows right where I'm at. To start it, you have the emergency brake on, keys on, and it's push button start right here. There's also a sport mode or an economy mode, and it makes a heck of a remotes, but the last update for the software did not have them. Well, they just updated it again, or tried to, and I haven't gotten to check to see if it does yet. I have to use my phone. I'm using my phone to record. Pretty good sized glove box. Your winch remote's in there. I mounted a fire extinguisher down there. Got 3 cup holders here. I got a battery tender on it. The doors are full doors. Shut pretty good. Pretty protective. Handles right here. Brake lights or tail lights. Looky there. That's alright, I'll get that. Nice big grab bar here for the passenger. Driver's seat is adjustable. There's not much storage other than under the dash. So I got, my wife measured out and got me a tote. Goes under here. See, passenger seat just lifts up. Got my seat cover in the way. Slides out. There's a cover over that. And there's my big storage container. Got a bunch of stuff in there. Jack and whatnot. In a while, we'll take her for a rip. The roof is standard too. So far, I really like it, but it is hot in the cab. And even before I put the back window on, it was hot in the cab. So I'm thinking vented windshield, or I don't know, half windshield. Maybe vent the front and the back. That's probably the best. Vent the front and the back. It does come with a radio. You got AM, FM. Got my speaker hooked up here. I don't know if it's going to come in. We're out in the middle of the woods. Yeah, there it is. And of course, you got telephone. I haven't really used that yet. GPS. All around. The performance stats, and I think it's per ride, but it does keep track later on. Driving data. This is just now. I'm not sure how to run it all yet. It didn't really work for the first 2 months, so and it couldn't ride it much. I got USBs, 12 volt down there, winch plug-in up there. 4-wheel drive and your diff lock, just like a Yamaha and quite a few others. Your tilt. You do have to have the emergency brake on, otherwise it's going to beep at you when it's running. Came with a little hitch in the receiver. The step here is pretty pointless. It's pretty dang high, so I'm not sure what it's for exactly. Tailgate is nice and heavy duty, single latch. They do get hot again, and other people have videos of them glowing red around the oxygen sensor and around the whole head pipe basically. So I'm kind of expecting that to fail over time. So hopefully there's some good aftermarket parts out there that, like a full exhaust system, header, the whole deal, get a little more power out of the thing. Not that it needs it. So that's my review so far. And we'll get a little driving in later on. All right, we're gonna take the 2022 Fugleman for a ride. So again, it's a 1000cc. I think it's actually 997. Twin, parallel twin, 105 horsepower. I do not remember the torque numbers, but I'll look it up. And I forgot to say the biggest complaint about it, the height. In order to get it in my garage, I have to unhook the garage door, slide it up the extra couple inches just to get it in and out of the garage. I have a really nice Featherlight enclosed trailer. It does not fit in there by a long shot. My other side-by-sides did fit. Which I've had a Wildcat Trail, Textron Havoc X, Yamaha Wolverine, Kimco UXV 500, something else. Oh, a CF Moto U-Force 800. Alright, so we're going to fire this bad boy up. Foot on the brake. Start. Power is limited with the seatbelt off, if I remember correctly with this one. Again, I haven't drove it much in the past 2 months because it was under recall and they advised you not to drive it. Low, high, neutral, reverse, park, emergency brake. Just put that on the GPS while we go here. Actually, let's leave it on that. I haven't really used that much yet because I don't know how to run it. High gear. When you get below 10 miles an hour, the engine braking stops. this works, if it's working, I don't know. Okay, yep, see, you can see me going. Starting to get warm in the cab. It's hot out today and miserable, but it's hotter in here than outside. It's about a mile to the road from where I have my camper. Got a washboardy there. It's horrible in the truck. It's not too bad in this. I'll slow down, you can see how it freewheels when it hits 10 miles an hour. Not loving that time. I think you might be able to ride the gas a little bit to slow it down. I'm not sure. Let's try that. Like you're going down a hill. Yeah, there it hasn't disengaged yet. Seen some people complaining about the engine braking on these, and yeah, it's not the best. Really washboardy right here too. Rides pretty good. call it. Transfers the weight really well. Cell service pretty sketchy here. It looks like I lost service. That runs off your Wi-Fi in your phone and off your Bluetooth. Oh, I know. Yeah, that's right. Here in the cab, but I got front windshield, back windshield, non-vented. Definitely got to put some vents in. Much better than my brand new pickup. see, make sure it's not on fire. It's good. There it is, the 22 Fugleman UT10X. I like it a lot.